Good evening, guys, and welcome back to another vlog on the channel. Today is Thursday, the 21st of May, 2026. Hello. First of all, welcome to your last college rant before half term. That's right, the last one for a week and a bit. After today, there'll be no college rant until Monday, the 1st of June. Guys, we have completed and handed in the last assignment. Take a bow. Take a bow. Take a bow. Whee! Alright, enough bowing. I'm like a bird. Anyway, so yeah, we've completed the last assignment. Now today I went into college in the afternoon because there were English exams on in the morning and I've passed my English. So I went in the afternoon. 3 hours. Bang on 3 hours at college. Well, actually 3 hours and a bit, but you get what I mean. So I spent my time finishing my assignment. There is really not much to rant about media today. We had Ethan. He's a nice guy. Apart from the fact he's a Man United fan, he's a nice guy. We had Holly, who's a brilliant SLA, and what the fuck is that? Guys, fuck me to tomorrow morning. That is a big moth. Look at the size of that. Get me a book. Right, you can leave this room or you can die. I'm going to use the coming storm. Yeah, that's it. Get into reach. Get into reach. Fuck, it's alive! Where's it gone? There's another one on the window. Did it fall? Fuck me. Open. There's, what the fuck is that? It's on the window. And it's dead. That was the biggest moth I've had in my room in ages. It's dead. I can't even use the Coming Storm book anymore because the thing's on the back. Anyway, as we were saying, Holly is a really nice LSA. Everyone's settling. Holly is a really nice LSA. So there's really not much to rant about media today. I got my assignment done. We went on a walk halfway through the lesson. We always go on a walk halfway through the lesson and everybody got a Twix bar and I had £1.20 on my bank account. But eventually I did have a Twix bar. Why do I feel bad that I've got £1.20 on my bank account? I have £42 sat on my TikTok waiting to be withdrew. Halfway through the walk, I decided to bash my hand on a wall. It started bleeding and now there's a mark on the back of my hand, as you can quite clearly see there. It's not that bad, it just itches. I would say, when I go in the shower, I'm going to wash it. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, got back into class, finished my assignment, watched some baking videos, came home, did a TikTok live, went off TikTok live, had a McDonald's, went back on TikTok live, and here is where everything about this rant that has been so boring so far gets interesting. So, as you guys, I don't know if I've told you this on the previous vlogs, but the toilet's broken. It's happened a few times now. If you're a long-time viewer of Brian's life, you will remember that last year I had my bathroom renovated. You know, we had the iconic green bathroom. It's orange now. But there's one small issue. It is literally the most broken bathroom on the planet. The shower leaks. The toilet leaks. I don't want to go into graphical information here, but we're gonna anyway. When you take a shit, the shit that's meant to go down the pipe into the sewers comes out of the pipe onto the floor outside the house. That today has been fixed because it's yet again done it again. So I've not been able to use that toilet for days, which means I've literally had to hold my pee in the middle of the night. But that today's been fixed, but we've forgotten that my toilet being fixed has done it to every bathroom at the top floor. So I've been using the toilet on the top floor, not being told that I'm not meant to, and now we can't use the shower or the toilets on the top floor because it's going to leak. We can use the toilet from 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. That is when my toilet will be usable again. And I will be able to have a drink of Pepsi and not have to go 2 floors downstairs to use the bathroom. Which means tonight, if we want the toilet, we've got to go all the way downstairs just to use the bathroom. I know, it's ridiculous. It's insane that a modernised bathroom breaks every single 2 weeks. It's almost as if we live in Birmingham. It's that bad. But yeah, I have a headache. Well, not really. It is going away. I've had to have some Calpol. The amount of times I have to have Calpol at the minute is insane. I get headaches, and I get eye pain, then I get a headache, and then I get another headache. I haven't had a cold in months. I've gone viral on TikTok, as you may know. It can't get worse, can it? Hello. You must be Derek's parents, huh? Oh. Hello. What are you laughing at? What's so funny? My name is Mr. Curly Whirly, and I will be your teacher. Well, I am Derek's teacher. What do you mean I will be? So, welcome to Parents' Evening. Right here, I have the documentation for your son, and it's very bad. We ought to think you look at it. So, let's just start by going through, Derek's documental records. So, does Derek vape at home? Does he use cigarettes? Does he vape at home? And how many times does he do that? 3 years. It's just because basically in my class, Derek, he's a very encouraged kid. You've got to tell him to do things. Does he clean at home? Does he do some of the work at home, cleaning the dishes? No, you do that, okay. So what does Derek do? Plays video games. Okay, that explains the homework. It's just basically, recently, we've been doing this homework on How Big Is Your Mother's Fanny? And Derek said, I can't say this because it's inappropriate. And I fully agreed with him. So we set new homework on the Renaissance, the Renaissance in the 14th century. And he said, Leonardo da Vinci had the world's biggest bumhole. Ma'am, where have you taught your son this? Because he's been playing Xbox and not been focusing on his homework. And you have your exam next week. Have I just marked myself on the face with that pen? Oh! I do apologise. Ink poisoning has came out. Anyway, as we were saying, would you say that Derek is a very bad child? Yes. So what does he say at home? Does he tell you to fuck off? Yes. That's not very good then, is it, Derek? You know, I have a child, Derek, and he says, Daddy, will you pass me the spaghetti, please? He doesn't go, oh, you fucking bastard, give me that spaghetti right now. Right, time to go through Derek's grades. A behaviour record, not very good indeed. But the grades, my. You need to take your son's console away. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, Derek is predicted the following. In maths, he's predicted a 1. In English, he's predicted a U. In history, he's predicted a 3. In catering, he's predicted a level 0 distinction. In iMedia, he's an F. He's a fail. These aren't good grades. And here at Academia High, we want all our students to pride ourselves. Which is why we're going to start tutoring for Derek from next week. And when your tutor comes round, she's going to swallow your Xbox in her mouth. And you're going to sit there and watch her do it. Other teachers have said Derek is a big bastard, he needs to be taught. Have we got any questions about your son? Yeah? No. Do we do PSHE? We do that subject here at this school, but I wouldn't put your son on it because he'd be a pussy, so I wouldn't do that. No. Can I just ask, what grades did you two get in when you were at school? Yeah, that explains why your son's a little shit then. Because if you got a U in maths at school, I would start thinking about being a mother. How did you get pregnant? About to say, you look like a fucking tennis racket. Anyway, so Derek, have you got any questions? No! Derek, your son just called me a see you next time. Derek, you will be having detention tomorrow morning with me. I don't care if half term is about to hit. You see this, Derek? It's a puck, Derek. It has dowd on it. It has dowd on it. If you really want to misbehave, Derek, I will shove this puck up your pussy hole until it cannot go any further inside your pussy hole. So, yeah. Any other questions? No? Okay, tennis racket. I will see you later, Derek. Tomorrow, detention with me. Bye, guys, bye. Next. And you are?